Hello and welcome to whoever happened to stumble upon this video or come back to my channel. Hi, my name is Dana and I am very happy to have you here today. So today, as you probably saw from the title, I'm going to be showing you 10 different bullet journal theme ideas and some doodles to go along with those themes. So the first theme I'll be showing you guys is a fireworks theme. And I picked red, white, and blue colors because it's almost July, so 4th of July, but this would also be a really cute theme for New Year's, so in January, and also just any celebratory month, so if it's your birthday month or a big holiday that you like. So fireworks are really simple to draw. You just have to make different lines kind of coming out from a center point and just some dots around them. The one all the way to the right is just a variation of a firework from the side, and you can choose to add in some black to emphasize your lines. That's what I'm doing here. So last up for this theme, I'm just drawing a little firecracker. It's really simple, just a triangle with a rectangle attached to it, some diagonal lines for detail, and a little fuse. Some other ideas for this theme, you could draw stars and other little sparkles to add in with your fireworks. For the second theme, I did a bee theme. So starting out, I am just drawing a really simple honeycomb. You're just making 2 hexagons. I decided to go a little crazy with my shading and add in different shades of yellow and orange to kind of give them more dimension, but you can just do the simple shape in one color and outline them if you want to. Of course, for a bee theme, you have to have some bees, so that oval will be the body of our bee. I also drew a beehive. This is just a bunch of ovals stacked on top of each other, going from small to the biggest and back to the smallest again. And then adding in some black detail on the bee, drawing in the wings and its stripe. Next to the bee, I just drew a simple flower. I left it white to make it a little daisy, so we didn't add in too many colors into this theme, just sticking with the yellow, the black, and the orange. Next up is a weather theme. This is a super fun theme to play around with. You have a ton of different options. Basically, picture going into your weather app and the icon it has next to different days, and that's all the options of things you can draw. I made a rain cloud, a partly cloudy day, a sun, and you'll see later I'll add in a rainbow as well. All of the doodles in this theme are super simple shapes to do, and you can get really creative with this and add lightning bolts and play around with your weekly spreads, making the icons match what the weather is supposed to be for each day. Similar to the bee theme, I added shading in my clouds and in the suns using different colors, but if you want to stick to a more simple color palette, you can just draw the shapes and not add in extra colors. Our fourth theme idea is fruits, and for this one you could really split this category up into its own themes. If you haven't seen my June bullet journal spread, I just did peaches for my whole spread and I'm drawing a peach right now, but you could really split this up and make oranges or citrus a theme, peaches, strawberries, cherries, make them each their own theme, or do a total fruit theme in general. All of these fruits are pretty simple to draw. The orange is just a half circle. The peach is kind of like a rounded heart, I guess, as you'll see when I outline it. The strawberry is like a rounded triangle, and the cherries are 2 ovals. So these would be super easy and simple for anyone to replicate, and they come out really cute for your theme. Next up is a travel theme. I actually did this theme back in March when I had a really nice trip planned that got canceled because of quarantine, but it's still a very cute and simple theme. So first off, I drew a postcard. It's really just a rectangle divided in the side, and you can draw little squiggles to pretend that they are the words. Next up, I drew a suitcase. I drew it from an angle, so it's a little more complicated, but you can draw it straight on if you don't want to try and draw it 3D. But really, you're making basically a cube and then adding a handle on top. And last up, I drew a globe. My globe is obviously not geographically accurate, but if you want to go crazy with yours, you totally can. Some other cute ideas for this theme are you could add in Polaroid pictures. If you're going somewhere in particular, you can draw landmarks from that place. I was supposed to go to London and Paris, so I drew the Eiffel Tower on mine. You can also draw passports, airplanes, paper airplanes if you want to get crazy. And the colors, you can change them up to be whatever you want to. So theme number 6 is an art theme. I went mostly with paints because that's what I like to use, but you can do this with markers and colored pencils as well. So first up, I drew a canvas, which is really just a bunch of squares and rectangles because I have it on an easel. I also drew a brush and some paint and a palette, which I'll add some colors onto in a minute. And for this, you could really go crazy and end up with like a huge color palette. So I just put the primary colors on mine, but you can use whatever colors that you like and as many as you would like. For theme number 7, I did a cacti theme, and here I'm only showing how to draw 3 cacti. You could really draw and make up as many as you'd like using these shapes. I also put some of them in pots, so you can experiment with different shapes of pots, adding flowers onto different cacti, changing the number of the arms, and really make as many different ones as you'd like. But the basis of how to draw them is really simple, just circles and ovals. And of course, when I outlined my cacti, I had to go in and add in the little spikes. Also, when I got to the pots, on one of them I drew a little design on the pot, so you could also experiment with doing that as well. So for theme number 8, I went with a floral theme, and I show 4 different flowers here, but similar to what I said with the fruit theme, you could really take any of these and make them into their own theme. So first off, I'm drawing a sunflower, and if you wanted to, you can do a whole theme just based on sunflowers. Here, I'm just drawing the center for what's going to be my daisy, and then a big circle for a rose. I think I have a cool technique for drawing roses, and it's actually really simple, so you'll see that when I get to it. This, I believe, is an iris. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I like to do these as like really sketchy flowers. For all of my doodles, but specifically my flowers, I really like to go in and outline the petals. I feel like it just makes the whole flower come together and make it all pop. So for my roses, I like to start out with a big circle of color and then just go in and kind of add in the petals starting from the center and adding little wavy half circles around each other. I hope seeing it makes a little more sense than my description. Theme number 9 is an outdoorsy camping theme. Oh, I also forgot to add in exclamation points on my other ones, so that's what I was doing just there. But I started out by just drawing 2 really simple trees. They're just a bunch of lines in a big triangle shape. So similar to the suitcase I drew earlier, the tent I'm drawing is from that same side angle, but if you don't want to try and make it more 3D, you can always draw it from the front. And then I really just drew a big triangle and added the flaps on the front to give it some dimension. And here I'm drawing a little campfire. Some other doodle ideas for this theme, along with a campfire, you can draw some marshmallows, you can also draw a mountain, water bottles, camping boots, really whatever you want to get in there. A sleeping bag, a hammock, you could really go crazy with this one. Alright, so for our last theme, theme number 10, it is a snack theme. So for this one, I wanted to keep kind of a consistent color theme because like all of these, there's so much you can do with a lot of these themes. So I picked a donut, an ice cream cone, and a soft pretzel so I could use that same like light brown for all of them. So really for the donut, it's just a big circle with some icing on it. The ice cream cone is a triangle with a circle, and you add the little ridge around the bottom to give it some more dimension. The pretzel's a little more complicated, but it's really 2 loops with like an X on it and then a half little ring at the bottom. I hope seeing it made sense because I don't know if my voiceover did. But like my other themes I've mentioned, like with the fruits and the flowers, you could really do a whole theme with a couple of these. You could do a whole ice cream theme if you wanted to. And you also have some other options of snacks you could add in, like you could do popcorn and candy, different things like that. Alright, so here's just a little overview of how all of them came out. I hope you liked them. I hope you recreate them on your own. If you do, let me know in the comments or tag a picture of it on my Instagram. Let me know what you think I should do for my July bullet journal theme. Like this video if you liked this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. I post new videos every Sunday and Wednesday, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.